welcome to Meet the Disciples, a series in which we meet the apostles of Jesus and his early disciples. Today we're going to be meeting the apostle Matthew, also called Levi, son of Alphaeus. And Matthew was a tax collector, a really hated profession in those times. It's seen as working for the occupying Romans, so a collaborator. And because they were hated, they were often accused of being crooks and thieves and being dishonest people. Matthew, what was it really like being a tax collector?
Well, hello, young man. Well, being a tax collector is a horrible job, simply because everybody hates you. However, the Romans can tell whether you're cheating them or not. So, as I did not cheat, then this is that I was doing a good job for them. Therefore, I was well rewarded and looked after by them. I had been doing that job for a very long time and have gave lots to charity. And I was able to look after my stepmom and her children, my half-brothers. I also sent money to Bethany to help look after the orphans and lepers. I actually wanted to retire and do something that people would appreciate. Maybe a teacher. I'm good at maths. I'm keeping records.
Matthew, so you're from Capernaum, right? How did you become a disciple of Jesus? And you know Andrew and Simon, they were from Capernaum as well. So were John and James. Did you know these men? They were fishermen in Capernaum.
Yes, I know all the fishermen. I take their taxes. This is what happened. I was in my tax booth. People arrived and were paying their money as normal. I was writing it all down and having a good chat with people as they paid. By the way, sometimes if someone was struggling to pay, I would know before they arrived and I could help them out with special terms. I was always fair, so it was almost a normal day. But people were a bit excited as though they thought something significant was going to happen very soon. Maybe the Romans would leave. Anyway, I was sitting there and then Jesus turned up. He didn't have any money to pay me, as he was registered in Nazareth, which was not my area. He walked over to me and looked at me in the face. Most people would keep their heads down, as if being seen by one of the Roman guards might turn them to stone. Jesus looked at me and said, "Come, follow me." So I did. Then I asked him to please follow me to my house, where I threw a big party. I knew what people were saying, but that was about Jesus, not me. Things like, how can Jesus be eating with a tax collector?
Matthew, what made you write down the gospel? And are you pleased that you're the first of 4 in the Bible?
People wrote about Jesus' life, as it was my job as a tax collector to know everything about everyone, making sure their taxes were right. I guess I got used to writing things down about people. Pride doesn't enter into it. I'm proud that's how I was there and met Jesus. And I want everyone to know about him. That's why they call me an evangelist.
Matthew, this next question is one that I've had to ask Bartholomew already, and he had a horrible story. But how did you die?
You know what? I'm not sure I even know. I was leading the prayers and then I was dead. I might have been stabbed in the back, but I died quick and I really didn't feel it. And now I was very old and everything, ached every day anyway. And then all of a sudden, I was not in pain anymore. I heard that I taught many people, especially in Ethiopia, about Jesus and how to read and write and look after books.
Many saints are patrons of various things. And what about yourself? What are you patron of?
I'd like to have been patron of teachers, but I've ended up patron of bankers, accountants, and the like, and of course, tax collectors.
Thank you, Matthew. That's all we have time for today, but it was great to meet you. And to everyone else, join us next time when we'll be meeting John Mark, another evangelist, another gospel writer.